Welcome, Chippewa Valley. You have entered another edition of the Bear's Den with Poppa Bear, and that last song was Hey, Wait, and that was from Biesterveld. And in the studio today, we have the brains and brawn, the frontman, if you will, of Biesterveld, Mr. Jim Ulwelling. How are you, Jim?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Awesome.
Good deal.
And pretty excited about this LP. I see there's lots of local talent involved in this project.
Oh yeah. It's been a blast working with it. So we're pretty excited. We released it back late September of last year, and against all of my dreams, it's done quite well so far.
All right, and I do mention some of the local talent on there, like Ronnie Lee and Faith Ulwelling, your niece.
Yes. Yep.
And, so of course, Sue Orfield, who can never bypass that name.
Can't go wrong with her, no doubt.
And so I really liked a lot of cuts on this CD, and you guys will be playing at Pine Meadow Golf Course this next Saturday?
Correct. Saturday night, April 12th. Music begins at 8:30. We're actually going to have Faith and Tim from Left Wing Bourbon open up the show for us, and we'll be there that night. So.
Okay, and you're also going to be playing with another band from Champaign, Illinois.
Right, they're a power pop trio out of Champaign, Illinois. Great band. Had a few albums out, and they very graciously offered to come up and open up for us. They're friends of the drummer, and so that kind of helped lure them up here. And so we're really looking forward to having them play with us that night.
And they are the 3-hour tour.
Correct.
Out of Champaign, Illinois. And alternative, you said there, huh?
Yeah, it's kind of an alternative power pop type of rock. Really good guitar stuff.
Next, actually, from the CD, This Old Town, I was going to play a song, it's the third cut on the CD. Okay. You want to tell us about that one?
Let me see. What is the third cut here? See how I've lost my memory already. I can tell you a little about this one. This goes back to my days, and some might call it politically incorrect now, but back when we were kids, and back when my dads and mom were kids, we called it the Chinese fire drill. Spring would break out, kids would go a little crazy, and we'd go cruising up and down the streets, and we'd stop at the stop signs and do this funny little thing called the Chinese fire drill, and somewhere along the line, a song popped out of it.
All right, so we'll hear that one. It's Chinese fire drill.
Sky, she's a blue and white. The grass is green, yeah, the time is right. School is out and the kids are wild. Let's get in the car and go for a ride, yeah! The dudes are rude, the chicks are cute. Everybody's crazy, everybody's loose. Zeppelin blasting out the stereo. 100 miles an hour with no place to go. Come on, straight up ahead. Well, get out, and let's get stupid. Come on, we can't stand still. Everybody's doing the Chinese fire drill. The backseat, everybody bop. We do what we like, we do what we feel. Everybody's doing the Chinese fire drill. Summer sky, she's a blue and white. The grass is green, yeah, the time is right. School is out, the drill is in. Stop the car, let's do it again. Come on, straight up ahead. Get out, and let's get stupid. Come on, we can't stand still. Everybody do the Chinese fire drill. Round and
And back in studio on the Bears Den with Jim Ulwelling. And Jim, you are the main force behind Biesterveld. So will you tell us how you came up with that name?
Sure. Actually, it is the maiden name of my mom, and for all you people out there that are going to try to steal my identity now, you got that part right for the maiden name deal. We had a name planned for the band, and I found out that it was registered and trademarked, so I thought up a couple others, and I was really struggling with a name that I wasn't going to get in trouble over, and my mom is suffering from Alzheimer's, and we were trying to get her situated and located, and just one day it hit me. I thought, now there's a name I'm sure nobody's copyrighted and trademarked, and it's part of my heritage, and as a tribute to my mom, I think I'm going to name my band after my mom's family.
That is so cool. I like that story. That's a lot better than a lot of stories out there of bands. So.
Plus, I like to tell everybody that nobody knows how to pronounce or spell my last name, so I thought I'd go something easy like Biesterveld.
Yeah, okay. I might have not have. That's a good one too. Okay, I'm gonna play the ballad song for one.
Sure.
And that includes a lot of the local personalities as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, actually the song we just heard, Sue Orfield, of course, was just flying through there with her saxophone, and every time I hear that, I picture Dan Aykroyd dancing on a bar somewhere. She's so talented. Oh, by the way, I had Phil Solem from the Rembrandts played guitar on that last cut. Great guitar player. But this next one features Ron Lee, who is like a guitar god around these parts, and he came in to do the lead guitar. And my good pal Brian Schellinger, otherwise known as B Squat Woody, him and I played in a band for several years. He came in and did the rhythm guitar on this track.
And what band was that you were in with him?
We were called B Squat Woody and the Bicycle Kids, and that was throughout most of the 90s.
Yeah, and you were in another band way back as well, weren't you?
Yeah, well, I've been in a few bands, probably. This goes back a long way, but we actually had a thing called Baby Feet back in the 80s.
And I remember them actually too. That's why I wanted to bring it up.
Oh yeah, we did a lot of top 40, or actually it was top 40, but it was oldies top 40. We did a lot of classic pop songs back then, and in fact, it had been quite a few years since we played together. But last year we were asked to be part of the Beatles tribute in Durand, and we did that, and we had so much fun that we're actually I think we're going to headline it this year, if I remember right.
We can talk a little bit more after
sure.
about that, after the song for one.
Staring through the window of my memory, looking back on times I had with you, before the angels took you up to heaven, left me on my own to make it through. I didn't want to live without you, baby. Feel so lost and all alone now, baby. This big old house is cold and empty, baby. Oh, how I miss you. Oh, how I miss you. If only I could have you back so many that's left for me. Oh, baby, I didn't want to live without you, baby. I feel so lost and all alone now, baby. My aching heart is cold and empty, baby. Oh, how I miss you. Oh, how I miss you. How I long to be beside you every night and day. Oh, how I miss you. Oh, how I miss you. If only I could have you back. There's got to be a way. Thinking about the things we did together. Wondering about the things that might have been. Struggling through this life on earth without you. Oh, sometimes I feel like giving in. Oh, baby, I didn't want to live without you, baby. I just can't stand to be without you, baby. It's hard to keep on keeping on now, baby. Oh, how I miss you. Oh, how I miss you. How I long to be beside you every night and day. Oh, how I miss you. Oh, God, how I miss you. I'm being good so I can be with you again someday. Oh, my baby.
And back in studio on WHYS with the Bears Den and Poppa Bear. And joining me today is Jim Ulwelling from Biesterveld. And Jim, before the break there of the last song, we were talking and you mentioned a little city down south of us here.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I was born and raised in the little town of Durand, which is about maybe 45 minutes southwest of here, and this whole album was kind of born out of songs I wrote back in the day, and some of the songs were either written when I still lived in Durand years ago, or they were written about my hometown at a later time, and that's where the title track for the album, This Old Town, came from. And yeah, it's a song kind of harkens back to once upon a time. It was a great little thriving city, and through the years I watched stores close and people move out and population dwindle, and great little city, and I'm hoping for a big revival down there. But the song that is the title track kind of hit me at a time when I kind of sadly saw my hometown crumbling a little bit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of us can relate to that,
Oh,
too.
yeah. Yep, we sure can these days. So,
Coast to coast.
yeah, exactly.
So we'll play the title cut from the CD, This Old Town, then.
Alrighty.
Just another wasted night down at this bar and grill. I'm just waiting for someone to show up so I can spill my guts out. I know somebody will. When somebody does, it don't matter who they are. I'm gonna sit them right down next to me at this bar. We're gonna talk about days that come and days going by. We're gonna ramble on and on and wonder why we wasted all our days and wasted all our nights down in this old town. There's nothing much to do, just sit around drinking booze down in this old town. No jobs for the young because everything is closing down in this old town. When I was a younger man, I used to run around this town, filled with hopes and big dreams, but these years gone by, now I'm just stuck here drowned. Keep losing track of time. Hey bartender, can you get us just one more round? He says, I'm sorry boys, that's all you missed. Last call, now get on home and sleep it off. Another wasted night staggers out of sight down in this old town. There's nothing much to do, just sit around drinking booze down in this old town. How come it seems like the only time that I'm sober is when I wake up hungover in this old town? You know what I mean? Hey! By night he'd sit on his ass at the same bar and grill drinking beer. Wash your windshield, check the oil, hey, have a nice day. You know, I think we could use just a little rain. He lived and he died and there was nothing lost, but there was nothing gained. A man passes on, still life goes on down in this old town. There's nothing much to do, I'm just crying in my booze down in this old town. Can't take another day, there's just gotta be a way out of this old town. She's like a thorn in my side, I need a one-way ride out of this old town. 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 I need a one-way ride out of this old town. This old town.
And the title cut from Biesterveld's This Old Town. And back in studio with Jimmy Welling, the brainstormer for Biesterveld.
The brainstormer.
So let's tell us where we're going to be and how they can get a hold of this CD.
All right. Well, first of all, we'll be playing at the Pine Meadow Golf Club that's located at 4324 Fairfax Park Drive on the south side of Eau Claire. Used to be the old Barley Club for all the Barley Club hanger-outers, and we'll be there April 12th, Saturday night, starting at 8:30. We've got Faith and Tim from Left Wing Bourbon opening up the show. And then we've got a super-duper power pop trio, a little alternative power pop coming from Champaign, Illinois. They will be playing after Faith and Tim. And then, of course, Biesterveld will close out the show that night. So you can pick up the CD at the local store here downtown or go online. They are for sale at Amazon, iTunes. You can download them on iTunes or pick up a physical copy at CD Baby. So there's several places that they can be ordered. And check out www.biesterveldmusic.com as well.
And you're also on Reverb Nation and Facebook as well.
Yes, we're on Reverb Nation. Yeah, if you're on Facebook, check us out on Facebook. Just do a search for Biesterveld, and there we shall be.
All right. And as far as Faith and Tim, they are pretty well known in the area.
Oh, yeah.
So you know what they're going to sound like when you go to see this show. And we will be playing a couple of songs from 3 Hour Tour, the band that'll be playing right before you a little later in the show here. But I'd like to get back to the CD and get into the next song here that I've got queued up. And you want to tell us about that one?
Well, that's an interesting one. Everyone asks me if this happened to me. Getting Me Lonely is a song about a guy who wakes up one morning and realizes that his wife is leaving him, and he's all bummed out, and then he finds out she's running off with with his best friend. And it's just kind of a quick story about how you have to regroup after being stunned not once but twice. And honestly, I don't know where it came from. I have a cousin in Milwaukee who had a situation like that happen to him, but I honestly didn't write it about him. I'm not really sure where it came from.
I've actually heard several instances of something similar like to that, even brother, sister, etc.
Yeah, some strange things happen out there. This is simply a guy finds out his girlfriend's leaving him, and she's leaving him for his best friend. So he not only has no one to talk to with her, he can't even confide in his best friend about it.
Oh, wow. I never thought about that part of it. Here it is. It's Getting Me Lonely.
Heard the news this morning. It was a friend of mine. Told me you were leaving. Said you had to taking my best friend too. I don't believe it, I can't believe it's true. Oh, you were my best friend, I can't believe we could do it. You're getting me lonely, you're getting me lonely, yeah. You're getting me lonely, you're getting me lonely, yeah. Heading out this morning, two lovers gone away, leaving me all alone now. Only one thing I can say, still don't believe it, believe it's so. Oh, you're my best friend, I can't believe we could go. You get me lonely, you get me lonely, yeah. You get me lonely, you get me lonely, yeah. You get me lonely, you get me lonely, yeah. You get me lonely, you get me lonely, yeah.
And back in studio with Mr. Jim Ulwelling from Biesterveld.
Hey.
So tell us some more about, where you recorded the studio album.
Okay, well, actually, this was something I'd wanted to do for a long time. Wrote a lot of songs growing up and through the years, and in the years that I played with B Squad Woody, I kind of took a little bit of a different path on writing some songs, and at some point I decided I would really like to do an album of my own material. And through a chance meeting, I met John Richardson, who was then the drummer for the Gin Blossoms. And John owns a fantastic studio right in the Chippewa Valley here for people that are looking to do recording and want top quality and as good as it gets for a Chippewa Valley range. You can't beat it. It's just an awesome studio. And so he invited me out. We talked over the possibilities, showed him some songs, and next thing I knew, I was recording an album with the drummer from the Gin Blossoms, which I thought was pretty cool. And so in addition to that, he also brought in some guitar players and introduced me to them, and they ended up working on the album with me. Phil Solem from the Rembrandts did about half of the album, and he's a fantastic guitar player. For all you people that love the show Friends, it's his band that sang and wrote and recorded the theme song, I'll Be There For You, and they've had quite a few other hits in addition to that. Also, he brought in Adam Ollendorf, who is currently the steel pedal player for the Kacey Musgraves band. I don't know how many people out there are country fans, but Kacey Musgraves is on a tear. They're playing worldwide shows. They're with Katy Perry right now, and they won a couple Grammys this year. And I believe she was voted the Country Music Artist of the Year or Best New Entertainer. And so Adam came in, took some time out, and recorded about half of the songs on the album as well. So just great musicians, great friends, great production out there. It was just phenomenal. So to have this dream to put out this record and then to stumble into this and take it to such a level that I couldn't even imagine is just phenomenal. So like I said, if you're out there and you want to do some top-notch recording, check out the Drum Farm Studio. It's they do have a web page, Facebook page. Just check it out online and give them a call. It's a great studio.
Awesome. And why don't we remind the folks once again where and when you're going to be playing this coming Saturday?
All right, this Saturday night, April 12th, starting at 8:30, we will be at the Pine Meadow Golf Club that's located down on 4324 Fairfax Park Drive here on the south side of Eau Claire. Formerly the Barley Club, for all you guys who used to golf out of Lowe's Creek and know where the Barley Club is, it's one and the same. And we'll be playing there with opening acts Faith and Tim from Left Wing Bourbon. And then after that, we've got a great power pop band coming up from Champaign, Illinois. They're going to be passing through, and they are going to do a set for us, too. So looking forward to it, and we really hope to see a lot of friendly faces.
And there's no cover charge for that either. So.
Right.
And we're going to play at least one more cut from the CD.
All right.
The next one is O'Brien, The High Cost of Living. And you want to tell us a little bit about that one?
Well, this is a little bit of an odd one. This goes way back to when I was in high school. I don't know how I picked up on it, but I had heard on the news about some kids in Houston, Texas, who were poisoned on Halloween night. And their parents were frantically trying to find out who did it, and they had detectives. They were trying to see who would do such a terrible thing in the neighborhood. And as time went on, they discovered that the kid's own father did it. He was in debt. He was living the life of Riley, and he couldn't meet his financial obligations. And so he decided to take out insurance policies and then set up a scam for Halloween night to poison his own kids so that when they died he could collect the money, pay off his debts, and move on. And I thought it was one of the most horrible, tragic things I've ever heard of in my life. And somewhere along the line, back when I was just a teenager, I started writing a song about it. And then a few years later, I heard that they finally did execute the guy, which should have happened a lot earlier than that, if you ask me. But I finished the song up, and it's basically a song about a guy called Mr. O'Brien, who poisoned his own kids for the money.
Wow. Well, that's a pretty intense song there, then.
Yeah.
And here it is, O'Brien Coates, called The High Cost of Living.
Right.
O'Brien, don't know what to say. Whoa, Brian, your greed got in your way. You tried to keep up with Jones, but you took out too many loans. You had to be some kind of hero. You gotta get your balance to zero. Your pocketbook started to bleed. Whoa, Brian, spend money on what you wanted but you didn't need. Couldn't make you understand you didn't need that stuff to be a man. Did you think it seemed kind of funny? All the banks were wanting the money. You were living the high life, taking a real fast ride. Wrapped yourself in luxuries, and all your bills were falling behind. You done came up with a plan. Oh, Brian, made sure little Timmy won't grow up to be a man. Set it up on Halloween. A policy was part of the scheme. What a plan, oh what a dandy. Cyanide to lace the candy. trick-or-treating, try to be so discreet. A little bit timid to know this would be his last tweet. You went and done something crazy, something gone wrong in your head. But just between you and me, the boy is dead, and you're still in the red.
Support for WHYS Radio has come from Sure Shot Hosting. Sure Shot Hosting offers a variety of internet services, including web hosting, website development, domain names, email address services, and more. Located on the web at sureshothosting.net. Linked from the WHYSradio.org website.
Hey, Eau Claire, this is Scott.
And